Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are building another tiny house. Now this one is a house that I found on Pinterest. It's loosely inspired by that one at least. So you can go on my Pinterest board. It's called Tiny Houses, but it's under my account, and you just go to pinterest.com/lukeydean. I'm pretty sure. I think it's that. It's linked in the description if you want to go check out my Pinterest. But I just found this little tiny house that had some, like, it looked really rustic and kind of boho. It wasn't like beating you in the face bohemian either. Like it wasn't like how like a lot of like it wasn't very capitalism bohemian, if you know what I mean. Like it was very much more like looked more like a real like boho house, and so that's what I built, and I really enjoyed building this. I actually did this as a let's build as well, so do let me know if you want to see that in the future, because what I did was I recorded with webcam and in real time, kind of showing you my Pinterest board and like showing you like a comparison picture and being like, okay, this is what we can do from this. It was a little bit more of a slower broken down process, and I forget how long the video was. I feel like it was almost an hour, so do let me know if you want to see that. But I also recorded the footage separately with my other screen recording software, so that I could have footage for a speed build as well, because I feel like, you know, there's different things people would like to see. Like, you know, some people would want to see the speed build, some people would want to watch the let's build, some people might even like both, some people like neither. That's okay. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, because initially I was gonna have this be a 4x4 house, but then I changed my mind and I decided to just add a bathroom and then just have the rest of the house be 4x4. Yeah, it was still going to be a micro home, so nonetheless it worked out. But I love the porch so much. It's so cute. It's got some plants and like that little love seat, and it's got some wind chimes, and like that fence like wall thing, that's from the Eco Lifestyle Pack, and it looked really nice here. Like it looked like it gave them a bit of protection from, you know, maybe it gets a little bit too breezy some days here on the island of Windenburg, and they just needed a little bit of protection from it. They didn't want to necessarily block it, but they just wanted to kind of guard it a little bit, so that their, you know, plants don't get blown over or something like that. And so they put that up, and I also made sure to, when I added the bathroom on, I made it look like it was added on later on. Like I wanted this house to look like it was just kind of a shape, like maybe they did a 4x4 house and they eventually decided to add a bathroom on, or, you know, what have you. I don't know. I just like the idea of them, you know, adding something on and using different materials to kind of show that. I saw a tiny house tour a long time ago actually, where it was one of these tiny homes that was very much like one of those, like, you know, iconic, you could say, tiny houses, where it was like on the front of, it was on like headline pages for like articles. It was in magazines, stuff like that. And like the front of it, you could see like they had a porch with like a really interesting roof wall thing. I can't really describe it, but basically they had a porch on the back of their tiny house, like on the end of it. And eventually they had children, and so they decided to use that space as like a kid's room. So they built it in, and they used a different material to do the wall on the exterior, because they did have like a really interesting like thrifted wood siding, but they decided to use metal for the exterior instead, on that little extension they had. And for some reason I really loved it, because they were talking about it and they were like, yeah, we thought, you know, we couldn't use the same materials because what we had before was limited, so we just used something else, and we thought it was okay to look different because it showed the progress of our tiny house growing. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I don't know, I was thinking of that when I did this build, but I know it's kind of roundabout. But with this house, they do have a fully functioning bathroom. It is toilet, sink, bathtub. But I decided to put a little section on the outside that had an outdoor shower. I don't know. I just imagined that these Sims, maybe they tended to surf a lot here on this island, or maybe they just went swimming a lot, and since it's salt water, they just needed something to kind of wash themselves off, and or maybe they just want to have like a nice outdoor shower, because being, I guess, outdoors in the buff or something sounds nice. I mean, honestly, that probably would be, especially in this area. Just imagine living on this island. Like, it's kind of a dream, because like this island in Windenburg, it's not like a super tropical island, which I'm not really like drawn to tropical like islands and beaches and stuff. I've never been to the beach, so I can't really say otherwise, but basically this is more of like a rocky kind of European beach, and so I'm kind of like in love with this area. Like Windenburg, obviously, if you all have not been following my channel, Windenburg is my favorite place in The Sims 4. It's so pretty. I absolutely love just the view and the style and just the architecture. It just speaks to my soul. Yeah, I really enjoy this island, because you can do these kind of beachy lots, but they're not really like beachy. They're not Sulani beaches. They're European beaches. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm over explaining it, but the bathroom is complete. I went with that little toilet from Get to Work. It's actually supposed to be the toilets that go in the jail cells and the police station, but I used it in this house because I thought it would be kind of fun to be like, oh, it's a composting toilet. I don't know. I hadn't used it before, and I didn't want to just put a white toilet, because I thought the white toilet would just stand out way too much and it would look too new, and I thought that looked kind of fun. So there we go. And then I realized once I started building this, like decorating this little room here, furnishing and everything, I was like, oh no, I don't really have a living space. And I can imagine only one Sim living here, so it doesn't really matter. But I do put a rocking chair from the knitting stuff pack, because I love that pack so much. It's such a good pack. I'm not going to call it Nifty Knitting, because that's too many n in that name. That's too many like N sounds. So I'm just going to call it the Knitting Stuff Pack, because why not? But yeah, I put this and it just fits so perfectly here. And I was like, you know what? Maybe they just like to sit in their rocking chair, watch a little bit of TV, maybe they have an antenna. I should have done that. I should have put like a satellite. Oh no, I should have put one of those satellite dishes from the Strangerville pack. That would have made it look like they had satellite TV or something. I don't know. That would have been great. But yeah, and the wallpaper is actually from the base game. It was an update that we got a long time ago that it's genuinely one of my favorite wallpapers ever, and there is some custom content where it's just the wallpaper and not the wainscoting, but I think I forget who made that. I need to download it, honestly. I haven't really been using custom content like at all in my builds recently. Like, I just decided to stop using it as much because I think it was just getting to be overwhelming for me, but I feel like I do need that at least because it's already in the game. It's just a little different. But anyways, but yeah, I really loved it. I brought some of the paneling from the outside in just to kind of make it a little bit more cohesive and a little bit more, more like, it felt more like an island shack. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. There really isn't much else left in this build, but I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all are happy that I'm doing another tiny house because Lord, I know that it's been a while. I love me a tiny house. But yeah, just leave your tiny house suggestions in the comments down below. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Everything that I own, yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, if I'm honest.